ahead and turn it over to our first speaker of the day. It is her icebreaker speech to Sam Doctor. She's been living in New York City for just over a year and has been working on product analytics. She has a great time connecting with women in product, and she would like to further her career in product management. She loves talking about fitness, design, food, and entertainment. So our first speaker of the day is Sam Doctor with her speech entitled, "What Do You Want?" Also, Carlene, this is her first speech, so her total time is going to be 4 to 6 minutes. All right.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to speak to all of you today for the first time as a part of this Toastmasters Club. For my very short couple years in product management, working in analytics, it's obvious customer feedback is important for product development. There are different sources such as first-party customer data, third-party demographics, qualitative studies, interviews, surveys, lots of different options. And there's different ways to access it, whether it's through the product itself, whether it's using cookies, going via email, custom studies, user-generated data. Again, the options are seemingly limitless. Data-drivenness is the blanket statement that product teams write on their t-shirts, chant, beating their chests, say it with pride. It seems like being data-driven is the key to success. Synthesizing the data, using it for different analyses, it's often viewed as the bread and butter for making a good product. But here's the question that I've started to think about. Is a product team that utilizes data in the product feedback loop immediately more successful? Does that immediately mean that you are going to make a great product? I think that there is definitely more to it. And I started thinking about this because recently I was tripped up by a question in an interview about what I do in customer research and in data. And it was phrased as users or customers don't know what they want. They have no idea what they're looking for. How do you find out what customers want? And I responded saying, what do you mean? I know what I want. I knew what I wanted for breakfast. I knew what I wanted to wear. I knew what I wanted in my coffee. Products solve problems. And I know when there's a problem. Customers should know when there's a problem. And that's what this product or a product should solve. But within the world of product development, this need doesn't necessarily exist yet. And that's when it clicked to me. I sometimes don't know where I want to go. I sometimes don't know what I want to buy. I sometimes don't know what I want in general unless I see or hear about it. And for the past year and a half, I've been poring over customer feedback, customer insights, customer data generated from people who are already interacting with the product. And that information using the proper feedback loop is incredibly helpful for product innovation, product development, product improvement. But what about creating something new? When you want to build something out of thin air, your simple, average, not very creative potential users or potential customers aren't going to be able to tell you what that is. And so recently I have been thinking about this potential gap, and I recently joined a new team at my company that looks at the information that can fill this need, looking at other sources or ways that we can collect information outside of just that normal feedback that you get from customers or users that you've already acquired. And we do this by plugging into the process upstream versus downstream, getting information from the internet, from social media, interviewing folks who maybe haven't interacted with our products before, and getting ways to understand their actual behavior, getting to understand what their potential preferences are, what their potential needs are without explicitly asking folks that you'd want to target. So essentially, this new team that I'm helping to build is filling, again, this gap in user feedback and in product development to understand what are the trends? What is it that customers would want? And on a larger product team that touts as being data-driven, it can be very easy to still gain that tunnel vision, be in that silo of looking at the same information over and over, doing things that may not necessarily be incredibly innovative. I think one of the reasons why I've leaned into product for my career, and particularly product management or design someday, those are the goals, there's a big push to think holistically. You can't just look at one specific area of customer data or data-drivenness in product. You have to think about the entire picture, the entire journey, and folks who haven't even interacted with this potential product ever. Really, one question that you always have to consider is, what do you want? Madam Toastmaster, thanks everyone.